And welcome back to the Daily Rotation, a video series where I go over each of the free weekly heroes in Blizzard's Heroes of the Storm, and today we will be going over the melee warrior Sonya. Just to go over some of her abilities real quick here, her Q ability is called Ancient Spear. It'll throw out a spear, and as long as it hits a target, it will pull Sonya to the target, and stunning and dealing a little bit of damage to the target. W ability is Seismic Slam. It deals a large amount of damage to an enemy and a reduced amount to enemies behind that enemy. And then what really stands out for most people is her Whirlwind ability. It damages nearby enemies and heals for a percentage of the damage dealt. So if you're dealing damage to multiple enemies, you can essentially be healing yourself for more damage than you're actually taking. Her trait is Generate Fury. By dealing and taking damage. Using ability gives Sonya increased movement speed. So basically she doesn't have mana, she attacks and takes damage in order to build up Fury and then to cast these abilities. Her heroic abilities are Leap. She jumps on an enemy to stun and do a little bit of damage to them. Otherwise she has Wrath of the Berserker. Gains increased damage and disable effects have reduced effect against Sonya, so it's a pretty good tanking heroic ability. Ultimately, Sonya is the least tankiest of all the melee warriors. She's a lot better at dealing damage, but sometimes you do need to kind of build her more as a tank, so we'll see what kind of match we get put into today.
My blades are yours.
And it looks like we are going to find ourselves on the Cursed Hollow. The friendly team of Gazlowe, Sonya, Brightwing, Falstad, and Uther, and we are going to be matched up against the Tychus, Falstad, Uther, Tassadar, and Raynor. So our team is a little bit more balanced in the fact that we have a melee warrior and a few support. They have a few support and a bunch of DPS. So we'll see how it goes. Sonya isn't really the greatest melee warrior, although, let's see, Uther will negate my spin, and so will Tychus, so I need to stay away from them. Well, let's lane with Falstad. For our first level talent, we are going to pick up block since we are the only melee warrior. We want to be as tanky as possible. Basically, what Sonya excels at, though, is really dealing damage. She is able to sustain herself quite a bit with her E ability, Whirlwind, as it generates health for each target you hit, or as much damage you're doing, I should say. The enemy Falstad making his way down into the middle lane. So let's see how this goes. If you don't know, Sonya, she doesn't have mana. She basically gathers Fury. Let's get out of the range of Falstad's Lightning Rod. It looks like the friendly Falstad is deciding to join in. We're going to latch onto this minion and start to spin right here. As you can see, we're going to gain back all the health that Falstad took away from us. Her W ability is Seismic Slam, a very good, more focused ability for... Now let's let them fall back a little bit. It's a little bit better for a single target. We are going to kind of roll down here, let Falstad poke at us a little bit, slide in, and we are going to start to spin. I don't think Falstad's going to be able to do enough damage to stop us from gaining all of our health back. As you can see, he is no match for Sonya, as he doesn't really have anything to stop me from spinning. Characters who have a stun or a knockback, they're a lot more dangerous to me. Someone like Falstad, not really much of a threat, though, as long as I play correctly. Time my abilities. Let's see, we're going to jump into here, and we are going to start spinning, which is going to push back the enemy Falstad and give us all of our health back. So right now, you can definitely see how Sonya, this is basically how she's played. This is how she lanes, I should say. We are going to try to latch on to Falstad. We do latch on, so I'm very happy that I was able to land that. Sometimes I'm not very good at landing them. Tassadar coming in to support the middle lane. I would imagine that soon one of the tributes will spawn, and we will have to join our team to help take care of that. We're going to jump back in here, start spinning, and we're going to pick our level 4 talent, which I will look at here in just a second after we put a little pressure on the enemy Falstad. I'm not too worried about taking a few hits, as we will gain all of our health back. The enemy Tychus is coming. Like I said, he just wasted his grenade, though, so I'm going to spin all over him and try to secure that kill. I think it shouldn't be a problem. Well, we do kind of waste our Ancient Spear, but not a problem. Let's see, for our level 4 ability, we are going to pick up Seismic Slam. It has increased damage. Just help us focus down heroes a little bit better. And looks like the enemy Falstad and enemy Tassadar are going to come and try to stop my Falstad, and my own engagement here. and we are able to take down the enemy false stab, but Tychus and Tassadar rallying together. They are going to push us back during the tribute, so that sucks. I don't have any health. I'm going to count on the fact that I should be able to spin and get some of my health back. Right here, we are going to spin on top of the enemy Uther. He is going to stun us, but we are able to secure that kill, no problem. I need to come down here, get a little bit of health back, because I am very vulnerable right now. But as you can see, it doesn't take too long to get Sonya's health back, and now I can jump back into the fight and help the friendly team secure this tribute, hopefully. Let's latch on to Falstad, take him down quickly. We are able to, and we are starting to zone the enemy Tychus and Tassadar. Tychus must have already wasted his pushback, so he is not able to stun me. All I need to do is grab onto him, but the friendly Uther does secure the kill. We do grab the tribute, so we can return to our lanes for the moment. Level 7, we are going to pick Seismic Slam, does more splash damage. Basically doing a build where Seismic Slam is my main ability for dealing hero damage, and our spin ability is our survivability, because I mean things like that happen. So I don't like to focus so much on her spin because it's not very reliable, you know, when you're going up against someone like Uther or Tychus. Let's see, Jim Raynor though, he can also stop my spin. So he just wasted that, so now I don't have to worry about him stopping my spin. So what I would suggest doing when you're playing Sonya is wait for those type of characters to blow their ability. Let's see, I'm not good against the Marines. See if Gazlo can return. I'm going to head all the way back down to the bottom lane as it was left unattended. We are almost level 10, so pretty soon I'll be able to stop worrying about laning. Hello, enemy team. This is not a position where I want to be. Most likely will fall, but maybe we can get out of here okay. Our friend Brightwing is here to help us gain some of our health back. So let's start to spin, see if we can last at all. It's looking tough. Let's try to get out of here. We are able to get out. Unfortunately, the tribute is active and we are out of health. The enemy team is deciding to push and not grab the tribute, which is fine. I can just wait until Brightwing can heal me up here, which she'll do passively just by hanging around here. She should probably be with the team though, but as long as the enemy team decides to stay down here, I am going to start to spin. Hopefully Tychus won't knock me out of here, and I think we are going to fall. But we do grab the tribute. The enemy team didn't contest at all. They decided to pursue against Brightwing and myself, so can't complain about that, not at all. Friendly Uther, he looks like he's a little lost, trying to find his way over to the enemy team. We're just going to throw out a ping that it is dangerous. Not that they shouldn't engage, just to be aware that it is dangerous. Uther getting the stun down on time to stop Tychus's reign. Will they secure the kill on Falstad? I don't think so. But not a problem, because we are level 11, so let's come up here and start help team fighting. For our level 10 talent, we are going to pick up Leap. Wow, we really gained a lot of levels. I mean, I just got that talent. Let's leap on top of somebody we do miss. Well, we will latch on to Tychus. Can we secure the kill? We are unable to secure that kill. But the tribute has spawned and the enemy team is pushed back into their fort, so not a bad situation. I'm just going to hang out right here, make sure I can zone the enemy team a little bit, though I think they would be coming from here. Oh, here they come. They're over here. Hey, Raynor. I'm going to latch myself on to Tassadar and start spinning all over Uther. Hopefully he can't stun me. Looks like he was down stunned, so we are going to work on finishing him off successfully. Let's move down and start working on the enemy. Somebody without a shield. We're going to start casting off our spin, hopefully gain our health back before we fall. We are unsuccessful. We did do a fair amount of damage to the enemy team, which should help our friendly team hopefully secure this tribute. Brightwing trying to pick it up. She's not going to be able to grab it with Raynor's ultimate, though. So, if you see an AoE ultimate coming down, don't bother even picking anything up because it's going to disrupt you. Not that it was a big deal there. I think the ultimate was cast prior to Brightwing grabbing the tribute. A little bit of miscommunication. I think Brightwing didn't know if Uther wanted the tribute, and Uther didn't know if Brightwing wanted it. But the point is, we got the tribute. Hopefully they don't do something stupid like go for the boss. That is what they are doing. Let's push hard. Grabbing the boss is best done in between curses. The best idea, I mean, if you can grab it right before a curse or just right before a tribute. Spilled up a little bit of fury here. Uther just casted his stun, so now we will be able to start spinning and do a lot of damage without having to worry about anybody doing anything about it. We are taking a lot of damage. A lot of the enemy team is here. We are going to have to try to leave. I don't know if we're going to be able to get out of there. Move, Sonya, move! She's in a lot of trouble. She's in a lot of trouble, and we do fall. That's okay. It looks like Brightwing and Uther are doing a good job of pushing in the bottom lane, making use of the curse here. For our level 14 talent, let's see. We can increase the range on our spear, which is going to help us latch onto people a little bit better. We can upgrade our whirlwind, or we can upgrade our seismic slam, but I think what I want to do is just upgrade my whirlwind. It's going to heal more and remove snares, so if somebody... a nice push, all outer keeps. Yep, I'd agree. That was a good push. I think we need to be wary of this. I would like to take our boss right now. The enemy team has their backs up against the wall. This is a perfect time to try to secure this boss. Trying to take their boss would be a little more bold because there's a good chance they'll pick up on it. It certainly would be more useful, but I'm going to step out of the AoE of the golem here. Certainly don't want to just take that for no reason. We're just going to use our Seismic Slam as much as possible because that does the most single target damage. Let's back out. And we do secure that. And let's see if we can also take this bruiser camp. What do you guys think? I mean, I can take these camps by myself pretty easy. I'm going to actually just go take these. I think we should grab all of our camps and then try to take the enemy's camps before they're able to. That's what I think would be the best idea in this situation. I'm going to try to line up some of my Seismic Slam. Does a little bit more damage to both of them. It looks like that is working, so we're just going to keep doing that. It does a lot more damage than spinning, from what I've been able to tell. But it does a lot more single target damage unless you can line up your enemies like these semi-brain dead giants. Let's go visit the friendly team. They are all in the center lane. Lots of mercenary camps everywhere. I think we should be concerned about... maybe not concerned, but I think we should be taking this boss before the tribute spawns in just a moment. For our level 16 talent, I am going to take the Spiderman Sonya ability. Now whenever I cast my spear, it is always going to pull me, no matter if I hit something or not. So watch. It's a lot of fun. Let's jump on in. I am totally wasting my ultimate right now, but that's okay. As you can see, this golem is dropping fast, and now the tribute has spawned, which will make it even easier to grab this tribute, as the enemy team now has to be very concerned with the boss that we just picked up. This map is almost all about timing. It's when you take the boss, when you grab camps. As you can see, we would have normally missed there, but since we picked up the ability to always pull, we were able to kind of engage on Uther a little bit harder. Let's keep pushing him back.
I have you now.
Uther is a very strong healing support class. We are going to latch onto him and take the kill. No problem.
All too easy.
All right, Ghost Uther, that's fine. Ghost Uthers, unite. Looks like the friendly team was able to clean things up. What would you guys think about pushing with this boss? Now, he is almost dead, but I think it wouldn't be a bad idea. And it looks like the friendly team probably does agree. 3 of the enemy team is still down, so they're not going to be able to do a whole lot against our efforts here. Hey, Tassadar, get away from our boss, Tassadar. He's got lots of work to do, and we are just going to spin in the middle of all these minions, clean them up without any problem. We do need to get out of here. Let's, you know, what I find with Sonya's ultimate ability, the leap, it's more valuable as an escape than it is in an engagement. I mean, you obviously can use it in both situations. Brightwing is teleporting in, and Falstad is leaving. So, really nothing exciting happened there. Brightwing does not have a mount, so she's in my way going slow. Not really a big deal. Here comes the enemy team. They are engaging. They're deciding, hey, you know what? Falstad engaged a little bit too soon. We are going to put a lot of pressure on him. Let's just continue to do the Seismic Slam, and we're going to start spinning, trying to get some of our health back, though we need to get out of here. We are in a lot of trouble. Tassadar using his Archon ultimate. Oh, and a nice ultimate by the friendly Falstad. Will do a lot of damage on the enemy team. Going to secure a double kill with Raynor and Tychus, both Space Marines being dropped. Uther in a lot of trouble trying to focus down Gazlo's turrets. Probably not something you want to be doing with an entire team on your back, Uther. Uther and Tassadar running with all their life. Uther will be dropped, and Tassadar looks like he will be cleaned up as well, though. Well, maybe not. Depends on how far the friendly team wants to pursue that. Yep, I think it's time you guys fall back. Tassadar can be a difficult one to secure kills on at times, unless you can do some body blocking or stuns. Just because of that shield, and he also has an ability to cloak himself and basically take no damage for a few seconds. Gazlo picking up the siege camp up here in the top side of the enemy's side of the map. We are going to head on down right through the center lane. So far, it seems like the center lane is where all the action's happening. The enemy Falstad casting off an ultimate will secure the kill on our friendly Uther. Brightwing teleporting in just in time, I would say. Let's jump on in here. We want to secure as many of these kills as we can. We do grab 2 right there. Let's see if we can get Tassadar. We're moving fast thanks to Brightning's speed buff. But will we move fast enough? I don't think so. So let's just hang back. Tassadar, if you want to stay in Rumble, man, I'm down to Rumble, but I don't think you want to do that. So the enemy Tassadar retreating back to his home, probably the only thing that he really can do. I am going to go take this camp. No, I'm not. Oh, Tassadar, he's hiding. Oh, he probably wanted that camp. Did you want that camp, Tassadar? Tassadar, that's my camp. We're going to come in here and spin all over these minions. Tassadar is polymorphed. We're going to do some massive damage to this here. Try to keep Tassadar around. We don't want him to leave. We want him to stay here far away from the tribute. Now the enemy is cursed, so this is a great time to start pushing. I think we should fall back. I'm not very strong against the enemy Uther, so I think we're just going to bail out a little bit here. We are going to start spinning. Uther's probably going to stun me in just a moment, but the friendly Falstad will hit several targets with his ultimate, so maybe it was worth sitting around absorbing all that damage. Though, there's not a lot that makes me feel like a 60-second timer on my death is really worth it. The friendly team is starting to fall. Looks like the enemy team finally starting to band together, fighting back a little bit harder this time around. They are pushing us back all the way into our base during a curse. Falstad probably doing the right thing and getting out of there. But that's okay. It looks like the minions are going to be doing a lot of damage. Our level 20 talent. I really like this crater here. It leaves an impassable crater when you use your ultimate. But just because of how quickly I've been dying in confrontations, I'm going to grab Hardened Shield to make myself a little tankier. You really just want to build Sonya based around what your team needs. If your team already has a melee warrior, and it's not Sonya, which it won't be, since you can't have 2 of them, you want to go with more of a damage roll because every other melee warrior is better at being a melee warrior than you. But on the plus side, you're also better at doing damage than most melee warriors. Except Stitches. I could tell you what, if I was playing Stitches, I wouldn't be down here. I'd be up there. So this game I've kind of had to pick more of a kind of tanky role for Sonya to just absorb damage for the team to help allow them to secure kills. Me getting damage is not what we're getting. We're going to jump on here into the fray. We need to pop our Hardened Shield to stay alive a little bit longer. Looks like Falstad's going to land his ultimate. I don't think that we were able to secure any kills yet, but the enemy team is keeping themselves alive. It looks like the enemy Uther doing a much better job of healing his team as he has been in the past. An excellent ultimate by the friendly Uther is going to help secure the kill on Tassadar and push the enemy team way back. Excellent. Let's start spinning. We need health bad. We are going to die due to Raynor's ultimate, Tychus' ultimate, core damage. But as you can see, we have done massive damage to the enemy team. Tychus almost down. Gazlo, bloodthirsty for that kill. Don't think he's going to be able to get it, though. Uther sticking around in the fight. He is going to fall back to his core. Well, he'll be able to gain a little bit of health back. They should really be pushing because the few people that are alive, other than Raynor, are back gaining health, though. Here they come. They have already come back, so the time has come and it is gone. I am going to head up to the boss as soon as I spawn. I can pretty much guarantee that the enemy team is just going to hang back and clear these minion waves so they don't lose to a minion wave. So that means it's a great idea to just grab the boss, push down this top 4 here, which has 1 hit left. I don't know, a lot of one-sided games the last few days. You see this a lot with Quick Match, though, to be honest. It's pretty rare to find a competitive match in Quick Match these days. You're either on a team that is not built to win at all. You know, you have 3 supports, 1 melee assassin, and a specialist. And even that's not a good example, just because, you know, Nazebo is a specialist. He is interchangeable with a melee assassin or a specialist. He does both very well. But someone like Murky, he is not going to be helpful in team fights. So if you have a Murky and then you have a few supports that aren't very good, let's just give them that tribute. They've got it. We might as well let them have 1 for the game. I don't see why not. We are going to push for victory here in just a moment. So no real reason to contest over that tribute, I would say. We're going to head up here to the top lane. Uther is going to hammer down the last few hits of that fort. And we are going to end up pushing, and this will be the end of the game. Hopefully, I've given you a good example of how to use Sonya as a melee warrior rather than just a melee assassin. I didn't do a lot of damage this game, but I think I did help secure quite a few kills. I did think Tychus was going to back up a little bit more. We are going to need to pick up our Hardened Shield, though we do not pop it off in time. Not that it'll matter as the core falls. So, as you can see, didn't do a whole lot of anything. But that's okay. Melee warriors aren't supposed to be top hero damage like Stitches very often is. They're supposed to just absorb a lot of damage. They're supposed to kind of help keep the enemy team all grouped up together so that your friendly team can shoot at them from a distance and use their abilities without having to be worried about being picked off one by one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. Look forward to talking to you all again next time.